Diving into the stock market can often feel like unraveling an ancient mystery, yet it influences our daily lives more than we might think. Ever wonder how some individuals manage to navigate its complex waters with ease? Stick around and let's demystify the stock market together. Elevate your finances with WealthWise Insider, wisdom for wealth builders. When observing news broadcasts, have you ever noticed a recurring set of topics? Among them are the weather, sports updates, often disheartening political news, and reports on the stock market. While comprehending weather or sports segments might come naturally, discussions about the stock market can often seem like deciphering a cryptic code. Many individuals find themselves perplexed by the intricacies of the stock market. And if you feel this way, you're not alone. According to the Global 2014 survey, two-thirds of adults lack financial literacy. It's not your fault. Schools often overlook teaching these essential concepts. However, the good news is that grasping the fundamentals of the stock market is entirely feasible. So what exactly is a stock? Picture dividing a company into numerous tiny fragments. Each of these fragments represents a share of the company. And when we say numerous, we mean a considerable amount. Take Amazon, for instance, which is composed of over 500 million shares. When you purchase a stock, you're essentially acquiring one or more of these fragments of a company. Generally, you can purchase shares of public companies, which are entities whose shares are available for trading on the public market, commonly referred to as the stock market. While many prominent national corporations are publicly traded, this isn't the case for all of them. In fact, out of approximately 600,000 US companies with at least 20 employees, less than 1% are public entities. For instance, suppose you have a penchant for candy and dream of owning a portion of a candy company like Mars, the maker of M&Ms, Snickers, and Skittles. Unfortunately, Mars is a private company, so its shares are not available for purchase. However, you might consider investing in Hershey's, a public company that offers its shares on the stock market. Now that we've established what a stock entails, let's return to the news. When you hear reports that the stock market has surged, it indicates that, overall, the prices of shares in public companies have risen. Conversely, a decline in the stock market implies that, on the whole, traders are paying less for stocks compared to the previous period. You might encounter terms like the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the S&P 500 in these reports. But what exactly do these indices signify? The Dow and the S&P 500, also known as the Standard & Poor's 500, are collections of stocks that are regarded as representative of the broader stock market. Think of them as sampler platters offering a taste of various sectors. The Dow consists of 30 different companies, while the S&P 500 encompasses shares from 500 distinct companies. Although the Dow or the S&P 500 are frequently used as indicators of the stock market's performance, it's crucial to understand that the stock market isn't synonymous with the economy. While many associate the stock market with the economy, they are distinct entities. The economy is a vast and intricate system, encompassing various metrics such as employment rates, commodity prices, taxation, and a multitude of interconnected factors. Due to its complexity, defining the economy can be challenging. Conversely, the stock market is comparatively more comprehensible. This disparity leads many individuals to use the stock market as a proxy for the overall economy. However, it's essential to recognize that the stock market provides only a partial picture of economic health. To illustrate, imagine the entire economy as a football stadium, with the stock market serving as a scoreboard. While the scoreboard offers valuable insights into what's transpiring within the stadium, such as the score, player statistics, and attendance, it doesn't encapsulate the entirety of the stadium's activities. Similarly, while the stock market provides valuable information, it's just one component of the broader economic landscape. In some instances, the stock market and the economy may become disconnected. For example, during the 2020 coronavirus pandemic, while the stock market reached new highs, millions of Americans faced financial uncertainty. This disparity can be attributed to the fact that the thriving stock market primarily benefits affluent individuals. According to the New York Times, 84% of stock ownership in America is concentrated among the wealthiest 10% of households. Milton Friedman, a renowned economist, posited that a CEO is an employee of the company's owners, that is, the shareholders. Therefore, the CEO's primary objective is to maximize profits, which often involves minimizing costs. Consequently, CEOs may prioritize cost-cutting measures, such as limiting employee compensation, to bolster stock prices. Thus, even if you work for a company experiencing stock market gains, it doesn't necessarily translate to improved economic prospects for employees. So how can individuals like us participate in the stock market and ensure profitable outcomes? There's no shortage of companies or applications offering stock trading services. However, it's imperative to conduct thorough research before selecting one, as some platforms may impose fees that outweigh potential gains. Once you've established a brokerage account, engaging in stock trading is relatively straightforward. A basic stock trade involves 3 steps: purchasing one or more shares at the prevailing market price, waiting for a certain duration during which the stock's price fluctuates, and finally selling the shares at the market price. While this process may seem straightforward, investing in the stock market entails inherent risks. Prices are subject to fluctuation, and there's no guarantee of profitability. In essence, investing in stocks is akin to making a long-term wager on the company's growth. While you hope for the stock's value to appreciate over time, there's always the possibility of losses. Attempting to time the market or relying on purportedly foolproof trading strategies is ill-advised, as no one can predict market fluctuations with certainty. The most reliable approach to stock market investing involves adopting a patient, long-term perspective. By holding onto stocks for extended periods, irrespective of market fluctuations, you stand a better chance of reaping rewards. Retirement products such as IRAs and 401ks offer avenues for steady, unassuming investment, aligning with the adage of buy and hold. While the basics of the stock market are accessible, it's imperative to conduct thorough research and seek guidance from financial professionals before venturing into investing. Avoid succumbing to get-rich-quick schemes or flashy trading strategies, as these often lead to disappointment. Instead, adopt a prudent, long-term investment approach to secure your financial future. Remember, the stock market is a marathon, not a sprint, and prudent decision-making is key to success. What's one financial goal you're working towards this year? Share your ambitions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to WealthWise Insider for more insights on achieving financial prosperity. Until next time, remember, smart wealth, wise future.